One, two, three, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh.
One, two.
Here we are, we're back.
Let's go.
Yes. Do you want to do the opening remarks for this, please?
Yeah. Welcome, people, to the second segment today of our Football Referee podcast. I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bruv.
And I am Emmy Hikins, and he calls me Cuz. Welcome to the second segment of a Football Referee. Now, so I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna read this, and then we'll talk about VAR situation. Now, it says in 2025-2026 season, the 2025-2026 season will be the first time two English clubs remain in contention for the quadruple until March.
Wow.
And do we know the clubs?
Well, it's going to be Arsenal, quite clearly, and it's probably going to be, it must be Manchester City, I would think, isn't it?
Indeed,
Yeah.
yes. Those are the two clubs. Now, we did mention about Arsenal so at some point. We did say, well, they're in four big competitions. But Manchester City has just managed to somehow sleep under the radar. Now, your predictions? Who do you think will survive?
What do you mean, for the quadruple or for one of the well, just generally, you mean?
Yeah, well, just generally. Let's look at two, for instance. Who do you think will survive two?
Yeah, I think Arsenal will survive too. I do think now. I mean, it's always very easy as the season progresses, especially one like this where Arsenal have been at the top pretty much from the beginning. And it is very easy then to say, oh yeah, I think Arsenal will win as the season goes on. You're halfway there. What we do know with Arsenal is they have a bit of a history of not bottling it. That's not the right expression, but they have faded away before in the second half of the season, and they had one or two hiccups a few weeks ago, but they seem to have gone back to their excellent self, although they're not so far ahead now, are they? I think Manchester City are within touching distance. I think the difference is 4 points. Now, Arsenal have got to go to the Etihad to play. Now, if Man City should win that, then the difference is 1 point. I mean, it's like a 6-pointer, isn't it? It'll either be 1 point difference or 7 points if Arsenal should win. So yeah, that's an interesting one. But I think this season, I think Arsenal have got enough to win at least 2 trophies. I mean, they seem to be getting quite good draws in the FA Cup, don't they? And to the inevitable voices the other day when the draw took place saying, oh, it's a fix and all the rest of it. I don't believe for one moment they fix these things. But okay, Arsenal, am I right in saying they're playing Mansfield? I can't remember now, but they seem to have a fairly straightforward draw. Or did Wolves beat Mansfield? I can't remember, but anyway. But yeah, so I think Arsenal will stay the course. But that's not to say that Manchester City won't also win one or two of the cups on offer. It's good to have those two teams who are so good. And that's why people don't really want Arsenal getting too far ahead, because it kind of a bit like when Liverpool won it last season. They won it quite early on. Interestingly, then they kind of had a run of bad results, having known they were going to win the league. But yeah, I think Arsenal, to watch them, are such a good side.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
But yeah, I think Arsenal, to watch them, are such a good side. and we can name that. We can think of the players, Rice, Saka, Ødegaard, and many others. So I think they're the team of the moment, and I think they will. I don't really see either of them doing a quadruple. I don't. I think that is a step too far for any team. But then I think I've been wrong before, haven't I, Cuz? It's hard to remember such a time I've been wrong, but no, I don't think anyone's going to do that quadruple anytime soon.
All right. Okay. What about the Champions League? Do you think which one of them is likely to win the Champions League?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, for example, if they might be drawn. Is it possible they could be drawn together, say in a semi-final? That could happen, in which case they can't both get to the final, or perhaps they can. Again, if they're playing each other, who knows? I mean, again, we look back last year, and I always like to chip in my team, but it's relevant that Palace were playing Manchester City in the FA Cup final. And, on paper, Manchester City should have won easily, but Palace won. The game isn't played on paper, it's played on a football pitch. So to predict in a major final between the top two teams in the country who's going to win, it's tossing a coin, really, because I think they're both that good that it's kind of always a war of attrition. They're trying to find weaknesses in each other's teams. So I just think it will be an interesting game. But if it were to be like that, I always take the view I want to see an early goal, because if you don't see an early goal in some of these really top games, then it becomes a bit of a stalemate. And as the game goes on, neither team wants to lose even more than they started. So it gets a bit defensive, and it can lose the spectacle of it. Whereas if you get an early-ish goal, then the other team have got to come out, and then you get this end-to-end stuff, which is what good football, I think, is all about. But I wouldn't try and pick a winner from those two teams. I think they're both as good as each other. Yeah.
Okay. Now, VARs. Did we just do the? Did we just have the fifth round of the FA Cup?
Yeah, I think VAR will come in, won't it? From is it the quarters or the semis? I think from the quarters, but it's not been there. And of course, we had a game the other day between Villa and Newcastle. You may have seen it. Yeah, and the referee, I think, was Chris Kavanagh, who people will say, well, none of the refs are that good, but I think he's as good as any.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, three beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.